Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is our time. I'm another Matt. Hello, what's up? Okay, hope you're having a nice day today. Hope you're enjoying your day. Buffy, what's up? Last time we got Never Kill a Boy on the First Date, I believe that was the name of the episode, where we learned a lesson in responsibility and whether or not following your own desires is a good thing or whether or not it is a selfish thing to do when there's other factors that could play into just danger and loss and just general bad things to happen. And Buffy at the end of the episode ended up realizing, you know what, I probably shouldn't just get so hung up on this crush, and I should probably worry about this person's life before that. So she did realize that on her own, which was something that I appreciated a lot. I thought that was really cool. And also she apologized to Giles for, you know, not being there when he needed her and almost killing him. And Giles was like, don't worry about it. You know, like that's not a problem. I think you're doing pretty good. So that was great. And then on the overarching storyline, I think we got that child, which is the anointed one or whatever. I don't know what's going on there. It's just prophesized that this anointed is just going to be an issue to the Buffy. That it's kind of it. Oh fuck, when I was editing, I just remember when I was editing the episode, I was listening to the prophecy or whatever that Voldemort was saying. I don't remember exactly what it was. I completely forgot, but it was something that was like, I think almost like left to interpretation the way I heard it. I don't remember what it was, but it was something like he will bring her to hell or something like that. And I'm just like, is like, that's not clear. That's not like a prophecy of like, she will die. Like, it doesn't say that. But what it could be is like, he brings her to Voldemort over here. And then it's like, well then, but then she beats your ass and she wins. Like, even like if the prophecy is not clear, then the prophecy could work against you. Like, that's something I thought about. I don't remember exactly what the like prophecy was, but when I was editing the episode, I remember listening to it and I was like, wait, that's not very clear. So I was like, maybe that could be like a fucking funny thing at the end of the show. I'm gonna say Voldemort is like the antagonist of the season, maybe not the show. I don't know anything about Buffy, but like whenever we get to the end of the season or whenever the end of the storyline is, I can imagine like the prophecy being met, and then it's like, yeah, so what? Buffy wins anyway. Like, that just wasn't explicitly told you in the prophecy, but you just didn't realize that hey, prophecies work like that. It, like, you know, you need to be like very clear with your interpretation of prophecies, otherwise it could end up being the opposite. Okay, so yeah, that's just something I thought about while editing the episode. I don't know if that's gonna be real or anything. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if there's like any merit to that thought, but fuck it, I'm gonna throw it in there. Anyway, I think we are getting ready to begin. Check out the Patreon, check out the link in the description below, pop up on screen. You can watch the next 2 episode reactions to Buffy, as well as full-length reactions already. Get episodes ready, all sorts of cool stuff. And just support the channel in general. That would help out a lot. Shoutouts to Known Man. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for being a real one. And I believe we may begin. So Buffy season 1 episode 6. Let's go.
Buffy, this isn't just about looking at a bunch of animals. This is about not being in class.
That's a fair point. I hope we get like a demon animal. Are you gonna be the antagonist this episode? Bullies.
Hey, guys, come on. Wait, it's got my notes in there. What's going on here?
Yeah, the principal.
What up to here with you for?
He's not gonna rat down
They
them.
weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Really? We were just playing around.
Oh my god.
Way to go, Lance.
They're gonna continue
Fluty's
to
been
bully
looking for a
him.
reason. Come on, we're gonna check out the hyena house.
But I think it's off limits.
And therein, my friend, lies the fun.
I mean, they're just gonna screw him over. They're literally just gonna like yeet him inside. I mean, they get mauled by hyenas or vampire hyenas.
The Maasai tribesman told me that hyenas are capable of understanding human speech. They follow humans around by day, learning their names. At night, when the campfire dies, they call out to a person. The pack devours them.
Are the hyenas supposed to be the bullies? Also, I think it's just not gonna be normal hyenas. It would be awesome if it was just some weird normal hyenas, but I feel it's gonna be monster hyenas.
Come on, Spot.
Oh my god!
It's not funny.
Let's pick out some of your own species. What are you gonna get in my face?
It's gonna jump and like start mauling these bullies. Yeah, it's a demon hyena. Oh god, it's a mind control hyena. Did it get Sander too? It probably did. They're laughing like hyenas. Yep. Don't worry, I got it. Well, we replace Sander with Kyle now. I'm down for that. I'm down for Kyle. The club. Bro, we go to this club like literally every day.
Health, his moods, his blood pressure.
130/80.
You got it bad, girl.
He makes my head go tingly. You know what I mean?
Really?
A dangerous and mysterious older man whose leather jacket you're wearing right now.
Goes with the shoes.
Come on, Angel pushes your buttons. You know he does.
I suppose some girls might find him good looking. If they have eyes. All right, he's a honey.
Okay, so I guess Willow is really into Sander now. Which adds another layer of heartbreak now that I think about it.
Yeah. What is this crap?
Well, it
yeah.
was my buttery croissant.
Man, I need some food. Birds live on this.
So did the hyena's body transfer or what? Oh! Training. Cool. What is this camera shot? This a hyena?
Naughty Herbert gave Mr. Flutie
Okay.
quite a scare, didn't he? Students,
That's funny.
I'd like you all to meet Herbert,
Herbert.
our new mascot for the Sunnydale High Razorbacks.
I'm down for that.
He's so cute.
He's not cute. No, he's a fierce Razorback.
He's cute.
Stuff from last
He's
week,
dressing
you
in
had it
black.
down
Why do I need to learn this?
there. Sandy.
Look, forget it, okay? I don't get it. I won't ever. I don't care.
I mean, I'm glad he's like possessed. Otherwise, this would be like unbearable. I mean, it's weird because it's not like a full body possession. It's more like a body suggestion. Because he's still Sander. It's just like a weird version of Sander. Is he gonna eat the pig or something? Yeah, hyena's a predator. So... Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Let's go!
You dodge.
Or you ball. Is the pack gonna be like unbeatable? It's just Buffy. Can you do this, girl? Huh? That's weird. Okay, so I'm guessing that what that's supposed to be is that they turn to what the prey is. Buffy's strong, so Buffy's not the prey. But the fucking Kyle nerd is. So they're like, alright, let's turn to him.
Good, this game is brutal. I love it.
I was thinking like, what the fuck is going on through the PE teacher's head? He just saw like a very clear case of like bullying and breaking the rules. And then they just walked away and he was like, that's so cool.
I won't have to look at your pasty face again.
I just feel bad for Willow. Like, they're laughing like hyenas. I got it.
You gonna say something to me?
Someone who's stronger. Are they gonna eat the pig? The pig walking to the episode for a reason. Oh god. Not the pig. He's cute. I hope the pig just murders everyone. I mean, did you at least cook it first? That would be unhealthy if you ate it raw. What's weird about those hyenas is that those hyenas came from like Africa or whatever. They didn't come from the Hellmouth, which is what you would expect coming from this city. That's the premise. Weird shit happens in this town because we're at the mouth of hell, right? So
He's not picking on you. He's just sniffing you a lot. Maybe 3 isn't company anymore.
You think this has something to do with me?
Of course.
No.
it makes sense you would think that.
3 kids saw you outside Herbert's room. You're busted. Yeah, you're going down.
How is Herbert?
Crunchy.
That's it. My office right now.
Why couldn't Sander be possessed by a puppy or some ducks?
Not the
Dogs
same
are
possession as
fucked.
my-
They believe that humanity, consciousness, the soul, is a perversion, a dilution of spirit. They're
Okay.
able, through transpossession, to draw the spirit of certain animals into themselves.
And then they started acting like hyenas.
Well, only the most predatory of animals are of interest to primals, so yes, that would fit, yes.
Xander. This is ridiculous. We need to talk.
Surprise attack.
Been waiting for you to jump my bones.
But this is beyond the pale.
It is fortunate that
What is it
Sander
with you
is not
people?
attacking
Is
the
it drugs?
principal. They are. After we defeat the hyena possession or whatever, they are the ones that are gonna get in trouble, not Sander, so.
Dangerous and mean, right? Like Angel, your mystery guy. Well, guess who just got mean?
Now stop that. You're only gonna make things worse for yourselves. That is it.
I mean, yeah,
You know
what-
how long I've waited until you stop pretending that we aren't attracted?
Are you insane?
that was a pretty savage scratch. Man, are they gonna kill the principal? It looks like he died. It looks like he died. Damn, I kind of like the principal. They killed the principal in episode 6? Damn. I like him. He's funny sometimes. Oh,
my
she
God,
beat the
Sander,
shit out of
what
him?
happened?
Cool.
I hit him. With what? A desk.
Nice.
Tried to hand it. Felony sexual assault.
I don't need to know that. I just like to pretend that that scene didn't happen.
They didn't hurt him, did they?
They ate him.
That zookeeper could help us. Maybe he didn't quarantine those hyenas because they were sick.
We should talk to him.
Maybe he knows a lot. He like sounded like someone who knew shit. I feel like Sander could deception check Willow. Willow's smart, come on.
Maybe.
I want you to help me. I want you.
I am helping you. And I wanted to be here to see if you were still you.
And clearly
Well,
not.
I am.
Sander.
No, you're getting too close. He's gonna... Okay,
Now I know.
nice. She was prepared. Cool.
Historically, they were worshipped by these guys.
Primals.
Yeah, creepy guys.
Predatory act and some kind of symbol.
Predatory act.
They did stand over some weird circle, right?
After hyenas feed and rest, they will track the missing member of their pack until they
They
find
move in
you.
a pack, okay.
They should come right to you.
Oh god, Willow.
Willow.
Yes. Girl, you need to stop watching that. Just fucking put on Peppa Pig or some shit. Like, anything that just not this. They're gonna do the... Yeah. Okay. We need Buffy to come in. Okay, thank you, girl.
Don't play with your food.
Just trying to eat a child. No time for one-liners.
Come on. You know what you want.
Is that what you're gonna do? Are you gonna be bait? Playing to Sander's weird leftover feelings so he can chase her? I'm still not over the fact that fucking Principal died. I was not saying that. The zookeeper was transformed. Oh?
Oh, of course, the Maasai ceremonial garb. When the children first came, why would you...
He's... Yeah. I see.
How terribly
Yeah.
frustrating for you that a bunch of school children could accomplish what you could not.
It bothered me. But the power will be mine.
I see. Oh! I realized it too late. I thought he was wearing that so he wouldn't get affected by it, but no. He's the opposite. Damn, this episode's going in. This episode's going in hard.
They haven't been fed.
Where's Giles?
He's laying in wait.
They're almost here. Shouldn't you bring the hyenas out?
When the time is right, I'm gonna need your help.
What the... This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Buffy, it's a trap!
I wonder if Sander is gonna I wonder if Sander's gonna have a moment where... Oh, okay. It's living off of him. But it's gonna be transferred to him, right? Okay. He did come in clutch. Now we need to defeat one guy. I mean, no, he buffed himself, but now it's not 5 enemies anymore. It's just one dude. Let's go, Buffy. They're gonna eat him. Yeah. Alright.
Did I miss anything?
I ate a pig?
Yeah.
Was he cooked and called bacon, or...?
No.
Saved
Okay,
my
so you
life.
just straight up
Hey,
miss
nobody
everything.
messes with my Willow.
Aww.
I didn't do anything else. Did I around you guys anything embarrassing?
Nah,
We're good.
not at all.
Don't worry about it.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
I've been reading up on my animal possession, and I cannot find anything anywhere about memory loss.
He's just pretending.
Did you tell
Okay.
them that?
Your secret dies with me.
Thank you. It's like, oh god, no. That was a little bit of a funny ending, I think. Like, because I was thinking, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, like, when he said, like, oh, I don't remember anything, I was like, okay, sure, I believe that, but I would have assumed that you would remember, because he was still, like, somewhat Xander, you know, like, Xander's thoughts and desires and feelings got twisted in some weird way, so it's like it's not like he got possessed and replaced. It's like there was another entity that was kind of toying with his being in some way. So I would have assumed that he would remember. But when he said he doesn't, I was like, okay, sure, I'll believe that. I don't care too much about it. But then at the end, Giles just shows up and says, like, you know what? Everything I read says you remember. And Xander is like, don't tell anyone. And he's like, don't worry. It's like, all right, that was a little bit funny because there was a really uncomfortable scene that happened. There was a really uncomfortable scene that happened, like, at one point, and it would be better if everyone just pretended that it never happened. So that would be great. If we could just pretend that never happened. If Buffy and Xander and we in general as the audience can pretend that scene didn't happen, that would be great. We can say that maybe now Buffy knows that Xander has a crush on her, for sure. And I hope that never gets explored. I hope we just move on from that forever. Thank you. We also learned that Willow has a crush on Xander, which is okay. It's not that I don't see it. I do see it, but I don't know. I like her. I like their dynamic. If they were just like really tight bros, you know. I really do like the dynamic of like we're really close friends. We're ride or die, you know. Like I really like that way more than just like, oh, I have a crush on him, you know. And I do understand that they've been friends since forever, since they were like very little. So they're very long childhood friends. Because of that, they are very close. They are like tight bros. But I would like it if it didn't have to go a step further, and it might not go there, but like it now we have a weird like romance triangle thing where Willow has a crush on Xander, and Xander has a crush on Buffy, and Buffy has a crush on Angel, and Angel doesn't give a shit. Like we have a weird like it's almost a diamond. It's almost a romantic diamond. But like sure, everyone is a 16-year-old, so everyone is just bursting with emotions all over the place. I believe it. It's just like to me it's like it's not the most interesting thing to explore. It could be interesting later on, but right now I didn't. But like I could do without it. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. I could do without it, but like I would be open to just like, sure, I'll embrace it and accept it moving forward if it decides to go that way, like really hard into it, and I'll try to like prepare for that. But at the same time, I kind of wish that wasn't there. I kind of wish it wasn't just a matter of like everyone has a crush on everyone, but no one but it's never gonna work. It's like, all right, sure. All right, so this established a couple things though. This established a couple things about the characters. So now we know for sure that Willow has a crush on Xander, and they did say they dated when they were kids. So it's like, okay, they stopped dating at that point, but they continue to be close friends. But that, for some reason, it doesn't evolve again into that. But I suppose this becomes more heartbreaking for Willow now, because I'm pretty sure Xander did tell Willow that he has a crush on Buffy. I'm pretty sure he did say that. Like, so it becomes this thing of like, you are my best friend, so I feel like I can tell you everything. So I will tell you about how much I love this other person, but your best friend is actually the one that's in love with you. Like, that's really tragic too. It's really tragic to Willow. Like, not Xander. It's tragic to Willow. The only thing tragic about Xander is the fact that he ate a pig and he was alive. And he does remember all the fucked up shit that he said to Buffy. yeah, that is fucked. But like, it is really tragic to Willow because Willow is in this place where she's in love with this dude, and this dude is like, yo, Willow, thank God you're here, girl. I need to tell you about how much I love this other person. And Willow is like, oh, cool. Yeah, you go and get that. Yeah, man. It's like, that's sad. It is sad. It is a little bit sad. So yeah, I just feel bad for Willow. I just feel bad for Willow all around. Just in general, I like Willow. She deserves better. Anyway, so this episode is. It was another episode that just made me go like, again, Sander? Again? And I know that it wasn't his fault. But like, how many episodes do we gotta have when like some shit happens and Sander does some weird shit and I'm just like, come on, man. Because like he did got like enticed by the succubus bug lady thing, and that wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault that he was born with a dick, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm just like, come on, man. And then now we have another episode where he gets possessed by hyenas, and then he tries to do some weird shit again, and I'm just like, come on, man. And I'm less saying come on, man to Sander, and I'm more saying come on, man to whoever looked at this episode and was like, yeah, let's do it. I want to see the gang fight monsters. I don't want to see the gang having weird shit happening that is like a little bit uncomfortable to watch between each other, you know? And Sander is always like the focus of it. I just want to see the gang just fight some monsters. I just want to see cool stuff happen, you know? Like, okay, no, I'm not trying to reject drama. Character drama is good, but like in the case of like previous episode, it was good drama because it showed like growth from Buffy and stuff, and that's something I really appreciated. This episode was just like Sander gets possessed and acts on his like weird feelings and does some weird shit, and Willow is sad, and I'm just like, fuck, man. There was one really good Willow moment when she was dealing with Sander in the cage, and it was a really like good like gotcha moment because you, the audience, are almost thinking that Willow is gonna get fooled in some way, and it really did look like that. And when she was getting close to the cage, I was like, girl, don't. And then Sander tried to get the key, and Willow was like, huh. She was ready. Reflexes were ready, and she was like, hi, gotcha. Now I know for sure. So it's almost like she was baiting him. She was just she was playing with him in order to try to discern his real motivation. So all right, Willow, good job. She played him, and that was a cool moment. Good on Willow. I feel sad for her. Okay, you know who I feel sad for? Fucking the principal, man. Pour one out for our boy, the principal. The principal was a real one. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought for sure he would be fine. Like, when he was in that room with those 4 kids, hyena kids, I didn't say much. I was just like, yeah, sure. They're just hanging out with him. And there's gonna be like some funny shit. They're like gonna beat the shit out of him or something. You know, I was like sure that he was gonna be fine. So I wasn't worried. I was just like, yeah, the principal. He funny character. He's always just gonna be chilling around. Like he's clearly like I don't know. Like I often compare the show to Power Rangers. You know, he's like Bulk and Skull. He's always there in the background just doing that funny shit. And I'm just like, yeah, man, the principal. He's just going to be chilling. So when they were just all in the room with the principal, I wasn't worried. I was just like, yeah, they're just going to do that. And he's going to be like, oh, and he's going to run away or some stuff. And they're just going to punch him or whatever. And then when they all jumped on him, I was like, oh God. And then the camera was doing the slow pan out when they were all just on top of him. I was like, oh no. And then it like pan into like the picture of the principal on the desk, and I'm like, that he's dead. He's straight up dead. Like all right, sure. I was not expecting that. Like that is an example of like subversion of expectation again, because like I was sure he would be fine. Is he in the intro of the show? He might be in the intro of the show. putting my hand on front of the screen so I don't see the spiders whenever they show up. No, he's not in the intro. He's not in the intro. Okay, sure. Because somebody told me that, what the fuck? Jesse, whatever. Jesse from episode 1 and 2, everyone's favorite character, Jesse. Someone actually did leave a comment in that video being like, yo, actually, I really like Jesse. I'm just like, like, he wasn't, like, you know what? More power to you. Good for you, buddy. But, like, someone told me that, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but Jesse, they thought about putting him in the opening credits in order to make you think that he's a real person. And then when they kill him off, it's like, ha! You didn't see that coming, did you? Because you thought he was gonna matter. But he doesn't. And I'm just, because, you know what? That would have been pretty great. They didn't do it, I don't know, for whatever reason, but they thought about doing it. I feel like they could have totally done that with the principal. Because Jesse, if he's in the intro, like, in the show, he doesn't do anything. In the show, he doesn't matter. If he was in the intro, it would be entirely just to fuck with you. But the principal does feel like he's actually a character in the world that you're supposed to care about. Or not fully care about. He's a character that you're supposed to think like, oh, he's gonna always be there, you know? He's gonna always be hanging out, just being funny. And I was totally sure that was the case. So they would have totally fooled me if they had put him in the intro. They totally fooled me without that. So yeah, like I was sure he's gonna be there. I was sure he was gonna be there. I was sure he's gonna matter. But no, he's dead. And I kinda can't believe that. I can't believe he died like episode 6. Like, alright, sure. I suppose no one's safe. I mean, people in the intro could be safe. Because if they didn't do it for Jesse, now I feel like everyone who's in the intro is safe. But who else could die? That's like I suppose there's no other character that like matters other than the principal. I mean, I suppose he didn't matter. But I mean like a character with like a name that like shows up multiple episodes, you know? Like, I suppose the principal was the only one, aside from anyone else who shows up in the credits, you know? Cordelia, Giles, and the main gang, and that's it. So, yeah, I suppose the principal was the only one that could do that to me with. Unless they kill someone in the main cast, which would be fucked. And listen, man, I'll say if Xander dies, I'll be like, all right, I can move on with my life. But if Willow dies, I'm gonna be like, is it worth it to keep watching this show? Is it really? Like, I might be tempted to just be like, all right, I'm pulling the plug now. Fuck it. Like, we're ending the show in season 1, episode 10. Like, Willow's gone. What is the point anymore? I'll probably do that. Okay, sure. Let's actually talk about the episode. This episode was a little bit out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, was there a theme to this episode? I mean, there was the theme of the pack, which is the pack of hyenas. They move in together and they prey on the weak. And I suppose you can see that as like literally the pack of hyenas preying on the weak is a pack of bullies preying on the nerds and anyone who's not willing to stand up for themselves. If you are a bully that preys on the weak, you're gonna commit cannibalism? Yo, is Hannibal Lecter possessed by hyenas? That's a good theory. That's a good theory for Hannibal. You know what? I like the fact that like the zookeeper was actually like really into this weird shit. Like he was actually the bad guy all along. You know what? That's good. But like at the same time, I feel like realistically he didn't matter that much. Realistically, the only reason he was there is I feel because we needed like to beat someone up. You know, like we needed someone to point or like anger towards and be like, he's the bad guy. And then it's like, gotcha, let's dispose of that guy. And then we did. Because like you can't dispose of Xander, you can't dispose of the bully. I mean, you could, because you could say like, there were bullies, they deserved it. But they didn't do that. It's just a bunch of children just being children, so whatever. So I feel like the zookeeper was there just to be like, he was the bad guy all along. He's truly evil. And then we need to dispose of him. And he gets eaten by the hyenas that he wanted to take their power, and now he's become food to them. It's like, oh, it's like poetic. Yeah, that guy didn't matter too much, but I mean, I thought initially that what he was doing is that he like like he put on like a mask, painting himself, put on the traditional garbs, so he would be immune to the hyenas. And I was like, oh, that's really clever, because like the kids walked in there and they got possessed by looking at them and stepping on the circle. So it would be smart to put on some protection so you don't actually get you don't become a victim yourself. So I was like, oh, that's what he's doing. And then Giles had this moment of like, oh no. And I was like, oh no, actually, never mind. He's actually the bad guy. So yeah, I didn't see that coming, but like, sure. I did think that he was going to be a character that mattered, because at the very beginning, he did sound like a character. He did sound like he was saying shit that mattered. So I was like, oh, okay. But I wasn't sure what he was going to be. He ended up being the bad guy. That was unexpected. I feel like the main thing about this episode was Willow. I think that was the main thing about this episode. It was Willow. Like, it wasn't so much Xander. It wasn't so much Buffy. It was Willow. And that is something I like, because I like Willow. But at the same time, I'm just like, I would have preferred another Starlight that wasn't so Xander focused. But like, okay, this is my own. Like, does anyone else have this issue? This is something I generally want to know, because I feel like this is just me. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of like Xander steps into some weird shit, and then we get weird Xander episode, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to see much of that. You know, I feel like I've seen it too much now. But the main thing about Willow is just the fact that she has a crush on Xander. It's pretty bad. They just straight up said it and addressed it, and I'm just like, okay. It's just like, I think that's confirmed now, and I just kind of have to deal with it. But it's fine, because you know what? Whatever makes Willow happy makes me happy. So ultimately, I just want my girl to be happy. She's not happy right now because Xander is, he has a crush on Buffy. Like, okay, so I'll say this. Moving forward, and I'm not sure how forward, just forward in general, I see this show kind of going a way of like, Xander has this crush on Buffy, but Buffy's never going to reciprocate that. She might have a thing for Angel, or maybe not. She's just going to move forward on her own. But Xander's gonna have this crush on Buffy forever, for like a season, 2 seasons, whatever amount of time, and eventually he's gonna end up coming to the realization that what he really needed was the person that was besides him all along, which was Willow. The problem, though, is that because I'm realizing it right now on episode 6, season 1, it makes me think that it's not going to be that, and it might be like, it could be any other version of it, including the version where, and this is like I'm just going through tropes in my head, I suppose. So this is just me going through tropes. Doesn't mean that this is what's going to happen or what I think is going to happen. It's just possibilities, you know? I'm just devising possibilities, looking into alternate timelines in my head. But I can imagine the possibility of it being the trope of like, you don't realize what you had until you lost it. I've been reading Berserk lately. And I know a lot about Berserk for years, but I'm rereading the manga and I'm like paying close attention, and I'm like, God, this story is so good. These characters are so good. Berserk is fucking great. You shouldn't read it if you cannot deal with some stuff in it. It's very bad in some regards, but it does hold like a really good story and characters and themes and just the sense of struggle and growth. It is like one of the best stories I've seen regarding that. And what I've been reading lately, was hitting a lot in the notes of like, you don't realize what you had until you lost it. I can see a future where Xander is just going after Buffy the entire time, just go like, she's so cool. God, I wish she noticed me. God, I'm so jealous of Angel, whatever. And then Willow dies. And she dies, and Xander has this moment of like, shit, I think I didn't fully appreciate Willow when she was alive. And now that she's actually dead in my arms, I wish that wasn't the case. I'm realizing now how much I needed her, how much I I needed someone to talk to, someone I could like trust and just confide in, which is every interaction between Xander and Willow is that. Like, they're so close to each other, and that's something you can see, and that's why I can see them together, and that's why I can see Willow having a thing for him. But that's also why it's so heartbreaking that Xander is so going after Buffy when Willow is right there, and Willow is just so into it, and she's so pure, but she's not gonna say anything because Xander is like, "Hey, Willow, I have such a thing for Buffy. What should I do?" And Willow is like, "Good luck, buddy. You can do it." It's like, that is painful. And you know what would be the most painful thing of all? If Willow died, and then Xander realizes, shit, it would have been cool if I hadn't been Xander this entire time, and I would have been like, gave a shit about Willow. That would have been cool. So I can see that just as a possibility, and that's just a possibility I'm just gonna throw in and see where it lands, because that's just where my mind immediately goes to, because I probably been reading Berserk and that's it. It's just the idea of like, I'm realizing things after I lose some, and that would be really tragic. It also reminds you of like Torchwood a little bit, you know. It also reminds you of Torchwood a little bit, you know, like season 2 Torchwood. I'm not gonna specify what happens in Torchwood, but if you know what I mean when I talk about a relationship like that, okay? Like that's kind of what I feel. Yeah, okay. That I think that's a good theory. I think that's a good idea to throw in. Just the idea that I hope Xander realizes that Willow is awesome. I love Willow. I really do. She's a great character, and I think the actress who plays Willow is fantastic. I think she's doing a great job. So I just don't want her to suffer. Yo, there was a really funny scene in this episode. Sorry, but like I was just skimming through the episode when they're playing dodgeball. And you see the pack playing dodgeball, and the only ones remaining out of the pack, and Kyle the nerd, everyone's favorite character, Kyle and Buffy. And they all just turn to Kyle and just start fucking throwing balls at him, even though he's in the same team. And Buffy's like, what the fuck is happening? And in my mind, I was thinking like, where's the coach? What is the PE teacher doing? Like, they clearly just decided to completely say fuck the game, and they just start bullying this kid, and they just start throwing balls at him while he's on the floor, and then they look like really menacingly, looking like cool guys, and they just walk away menacingly like fucking JoJo characters. And then the PE teacher was like, God damn it, I love this game. And I'm just like, that's so stupid. I love it. It's great. Okay, so all right, that's how I felt. That was just a scene that I thought was funny. Again, I can't get over the fucking Principal's dead. I just saw it again, and I was just like, God damn, I wasn't expecting that. Like, that is my main takeaway from this episode. You know what this made me feel like? It made me feel like expand season 1, episode 4. It's specifically that. There was a moment that made me feel like that in this episode, because I was like, God damn. I was sure he was safe. I was sure he was be fine, but it wasn't. So yeah, that's how I feel about the Principal. I'm gonna miss him. I'm really gonna miss it. Just really, just pour one out for our boy, the Principal. I don't know his fucking name. He was funny. I liked him. I feel like the actor also like played that character really well. Like, whatever the name of the actor for the Principal is, like, that actor actually did pretty well, because he really looked like he was really playing a comedic character, and he was also a chump. So I never felt like any scene where he was in was a scene that mattered too much, which I suppose is what threw me off, because when he finally died, I'm just like, wait, shit, this is serious. I wasn't expecting that. Like, this dude never clued it as someone that like was important in my head. So yeah, that got me. So that was great. Shoutouts to that actor, shoutouts to that character. Gonna miss him. He was a real one. He literally didn't matter to the plot, but I liked him. So yeah, goodbye to the Principal-kun. He was a good one. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Buffy. I felt like I said nothing of value. I'm sorry about that. See you next time. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode reaction to Buffy. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions, you can do so over at the Patreon, as well as full-length reactions. Check out the link in the description for that, social media, all sorts of cool stuff, and see you guys next time. Take care everybody, bye bye.